Hello, this is Yves from Paris Ancel. So we're an NGO aiming for better cycling infrastructure, initially in Paris and also in a number of surrounding cities.
As with most places, bicycles in towns aren't exactly new in Paris, but between the 60s and the end of the 20th century, the modal share for bikes went down sharply and then stayed down outside of a small minority of enthusiasts. One exception to the general overwhelming preference of Parisians for public transports, walking or using their own car, has been the occasional but famous strikes putting everyone but pedestrians and cyclists to a stop. Among recent mayors, Chirac started painting a couple of bike lanes in the 80s, which might be considered as the beginning of the rebirth, but a very timid move at the beginning. Tiberi then built proper tracks, even though a bit narrow. 20 years later, when I ride them with my kids, they do the job, but fail to let faster cyclists take over. It's a good lesson or a reminder to look forward when you design and build infrastructure. They will be here to last once built. Don't be shy or conservative. Shoot for the moon. It took 20 years to widen this track a bit, and that's a lucky exception. Delanoë later continued building tracks at a similar pace. Still not systematically enough to build a proper network, but that helped increasing the number of tracks overall nonetheless. The first term of Mayor Hidalgo started in 2014 and backed up an ambitious bike plan to build something consistent enough to be considered a network after our early members filed the idea again. The project had been approved, but it took a lot of following and challenging the executives to get to 50% of the original plan done at the end of the 6-year term. Another lesson: it takes time to shape up projects, and technical teams also go through a learning curve to integrate the specifics which make cycling infrastructure great, even though the recipes exist in other countries. It can be tempting to start from scratch and use common sense, but this isn't a great idea to pass on the opportunity to learn from the best, those who have done it for tens of years already, the Netherlands and Denmark for instance. Then came COVID, and in 2020, after the first lockdown, when the city opened up again and it was clear getting in super crowded public transport wasn't appealing to most, with good reasons, tracks were built almost overnight, using paint and concrete blocks as well as plastic bollards. All shiny yellow, because that's a rule for temporary road infrastructure in France. Corona pistes were born. Unlike regular proper tracks, they immediately formed continuous tracks all the way through the city, forming a network connecting existing tracks. Places like Rivoli or Sevastopol now show over 10,000 cyclists today outside of holidays. Strangely, there hasn't been an official bike plan yet for Hidalgo's new term, but it's clear making all Corona pistes permanent is already looking like a big task before the Olympics in 2024. Even though the bike team grew to design projects and drive the work, getting beyond the scope to start more projects is going to take some more time. Meanwhile, things started to move faster outside of Paris, with other cities, departments and the region setting plans to build a bigger network to let people cycle there as well, from their home to the local city center or the train station, and all the way through to other cities as well. This is where we are likely to see the most changing in the next 5 years. Meanwhile, when we look at accidents, stats are not perfect yet. One of the main reasons for this is intersections. They are still often not fully protecting cyclists who have the same green light as motorists. Even though a cyclist who is going straight over the intersection has priority over a motorist who make a turn, some cars, or worse, trucks, will often fail to give you way. And this is the most common source of accidents. In total, for the first half of 2021, 11 cyclists died in Paris region, 3 within Paris city. About 2 each month. With the largely increased number of cyclists, the ratio could be worse, but it really shows there are still improvements to be made, and we will keep working on it. We wish you great success building a safe cycling network in and around Berlin. Tschüss!